Batman's story begins in darkness, and the movie that dared to bring that darkness to animation was Mask of the Phantasm. The film opens with grief and memory and never lets go of either. In a haunted Gotham forever drenched in rain and melancholy, a mysterious new figure stalks the crime lords, someone neither hero nor villain but something else, a phantom of vengeance. Crime bosses begin to die under brutal, precise circumstances. Their deaths are not random, each one feels like a message. The city trembles, rumors swirl, and all eyes turn toward the caped crusader, because the murders bear the hallmarks of someone using Batman's methods. Suddenly, Batman is no longer Gotham's hidden protector, he becomes its most wanted. Meanwhile, the man behind the mask, a haunted billionaire burdened by memory and guilt, struggles with a hope he never thought he'd feel again. His name is Bruce Wayne. He's grown tired of the endless night, the guilt, the mission. He once believed vengeance could fix the void created by his parents' death, but vengeance only deepened it. Into this broken man's life walks a woman named Andrea, attractive, intelligent, alive. For perhaps the first time, he even considers leaving the cape behind and embracing a fragile chance at happiness. The possibility of peace begins to flicker, but ghosts don't rest. The phantom vigilante's murders escalate. The city, gripped by fear and confusion, collapses into chaos. Batman is painted as a murderer. Bruce Wayne must choose, cling to love and a chance at normal life, or embrace the dark symbol that alone can stand between Gotham and total collapse. As the net tightens, the Phantom is revealed not just a random killer but someone driven by grief, loss, rage. Their identity is twisted into Bruce's past, their motivation echoing the pain of someone who lost everything. The climax becomes inevitable. In a gothic, surreal backdrop of broken statues, rain-soaked marble, and flickering city lights, Batman and Phantom confront each other. It's personal, it's brutal, it's tragic. In the end, justice comes at a price. The city is saved, but innocence is gone. Bruce rejects the possibility of love, forsakes happiness, and embraces the lonely path of the Bat once again. The Phantom's vengeance ends, but the scars remain. Gotham sleeps for now. The war continues. Behind the scenes, the story of the film is nearly as turbulent as the story inside it. Mask of the Phantasm was never meant to be a blockbuster. Originally, it was planned purely as a direct-to-video extension of the popular animated series. That changed suddenly. In the middle of pre-production, the studio decided to turn it into a theatrical release. The decision came late, storyboards had already been distributed, the art style built for television, the ratio square. The creative team was abroad, but word came, make it a cinema feature. Directors and artists had to scramble. Scenes had to be reformatted, backgrounds redrawn for widescreen, compositions reconsidered. A project that under normal animation schedules would take over 2 years was compressed into 8 grueling months. Still, the studio increased the budget. Final production cost roughly $6 million. With the extra funds, the animators were granted unusual creative freedom. They added ambitious touches. The opening sequence sweeps over a fully computer-generated cityscape. The grand finale is staged inside a miniature automated model of Gotham, a nod to the old comic book era where Batman could be a giant fighting amidst oversized props. It's a bold visual joke, a homage to a bygone style, and a statement. This is Batman, unchained from the cheap cartoon constraints. When Mask of the Phantasm premiered on Christmas Day, 1993 in the United States, it opened in roughly 1,500 theaters, but the release was mishandled. There was virtually no marketing lead-up. Few trailers, little advertising, and a poster that barely reached beyond comic book fans. In the first 2 days, it earned barely over $1 million. By the end of its theatrical run, the box office gross hovered at just under $6 million, barely surpassing production costs. On paper, it bombed. It was a failure. Critics praised it, many called it the best animated Batman story ever put on screen, citing its noir atmosphere, emotional depth, voice acting, and haunting score. But audiences didn't turn up. The film closed quietly, almost forgot. For a while, it seemed like the animated Batman experiment had failed. Yet time flipped the verdict. The film found new life through home video, VHS tapes, DVDs, later Blu-ray, and streaming. Suddenly, people began to watch it not as a kid's cartoon, but as a mature tale of grief, vengeance, love, and loss, with the aesthetic sensibilities of film noir, the weight of tragedy, the moral conflicts of real-life crime. Word of mouth spread. Fans recommended it. Critics revisited it. The film that once failed commercially grew into a cult classic. One of the few animated superhero films people looked back on with reverence. One of the rare adaptations that treated its hero and its audience with respect. Today, Mask of the Phantasm stands not just as a Batman movie, but as a landmark, proof that animation can carry genuine drama. It proved you don't need live action to tell heavy adult stories. It showed that grief, trauma, moral ambiguity, guilt, themes usually reserved for serious cinema, can exist in cartoons too. It proved that animation isn't inherently childish. It reopened possibilities. And though the theatrical failure discouraged studios from releasing most animated comic book movies on the big screen for decades, this film's legacy persisted quietly but firmly. The irony is brutal. A rushed film thrown into theaters without support nearly lost forever became one of the best remembered Batman stories across mediums. It's a testament to bold creative vision triumphing over commercial missteps, that despite tight deadlines, limited budget, and bad marketing, artists managed to craft something timeless. It's a reminder, quality doesn't guarantee success, but quality ensures survival. Audiences may ignore a story at first, but a great story doesn't stay hidden forever. So when you watch Mask of the Phantasm now, whether on a dusty old VHS, a polished Blu-ray, or a modern streaming platform, remember this: you're not just watching a Batman film, you're witnessing the triumph of art over circumstance, the tragedy of a hero, the cost of vengeance, and the fragile hope behind the cowl.